welcome back to Webplay Hour on day 6 of our Rokr Dream Gift Factory. Gosh, I don't know what I was going to call it. And welcome back. So yesterday we stopped in the middle of step 12. I apologise about that. It took longer than I thought. One thing that I did notice after the event was be careful on these pieces. There is a bigger circle and a smaller one, so make sure you have the right ones with the right one, and it's the bigger circle which has the different size holes at the bottom, so you want the smaller one and the bigger one to be left. We are going to deal with that next. So carrying on with step 12, we just have a couple of pieces in here, which isn't too bad. So first of all, we are taking 2 of these, and these go through the bigger holes and facing the curved side up on this one, and then on the other one the curved side down. So push it all the way through, and then same with this, curved side down, and then the other one will attach to this. So just make sure you are going through it all like so. I'm going to turn it up and go from the bigger side in. Again, going through the bigger holes, and then through the smaller ones at the bottom. And just push it all together, and you will end up with it looking like that with the 2 rounded edges like so. Then, as my book moves, we will be using our tool pieces to put on the shaft on here, just so it's flat, and put it through. We need which piece? This one, the other one, this one, and we are going to be putting that through here like so, and then put in this on all the way through. Hopefully it lines up. It doesn't want to line up. Hopefully it does. And then I'm assuming, no, don't use this yet. Then you are going to put our band of toys on. It's looking like so, and then with the gifts, with the picture side facing outwards, I believe. Makes me think I got them the wrong way round. No, just upside down. Okay. Whew. And I think with the picture side facing outwards this way, and these go inside there, and I would assume that it catches this cog here, which it does, and there's no cogs to catch on there, it just has to be on the rings. Nothing really for it to catch on there. Oh, I see. Do I go? It just goes in between here, I think that's what it's trying to say. So it sits on it. Okay. When we put the sleeve on. There we go. Still don't do that. And put this piece on with this part going through this one. These 2 going through these 2. And the shaft going through like so. So assuming everything lines up. I need to make sure our cogs are going to line up. Ooh, that's a lot to be doing at once. Okay, looks like it's lined up. Or it did. Push it all home. What's stopping this? Cogs aren't quite lined. So you have to make sure these cogs are all lined up on the inside here. Like so. And then we put this on. By holding it. So it looks something like this. Magnificent. Couldn't swear 100% it's right, but I think it is. Looks about right. The feet at the bottom are all pointing, the hooks are looking the same way. Okay, moving right along. Not complicated, not complicated whatsoever. We are going to be putting on this piece, which is going to cover up. Now it wants us to wax this, which is handy because I already did. Ensure the gears run, it says. I'm not saying they run particularly smoothly, but they do run. I feel like they're going the wrong way to me. There we go. Definitely it's getting caught somewhere. I don't know what's getting caught. You can hear it, can't you? Maybe if I do it a few times it'll release the wax. Okay, so it does turn. Then we are going to put this piece on, which yeah, we're not. We're basically putting this in. Not sure what that's meant to do really. I'm going to put this in and then test it, I think. But this doesn't really add anything to anything. So let's see what difference that would make. But okay, if you say so. My book keeps moving. Okay, so test it again then. Maybe I meant to hold on to that. Maybe that's what the idea is. Okay, it's running a bit smoother now. So just make sure it's running quite smooth. Then you're going to put this to one side. I'm going to take this with this side back like so. Waxed. I did bring more blocks with me for today. So inside. I'm also going to get that outside. It doesn't say to. but I am. Inside and out. Then followed by putting this one on this side this time, so it goes on the top here, like so. So let's see if I have more luck this time with the screws. Because yesterday was a little bit crazy, wasn't it? Is it this way up? Ooh, it might be that way. I think it's this way with everything dangling downwards, all the decorations pointed down. Yeah, that push. And get it started. And then I'll put the other one in. Obviously we're making a toy conveyor belt, which is kind of cool. You could paint this as well if you wanted to do red for the berries and green. Be quite pretty, wouldn't it? I'm actually going to keep this pretty original. I mean, I haven't painted any of the edges on here. I regret it on some builds, in others I'm okay with it. Alright, so that's done. Then we put this, using that tab, on here. And that's the only thing that's lining up. Oh, no, these two are going to go through there, aren't they? These two will go through these two holes. So this is to hide all the mechanism. Which is why you want to test it before you put this on. Okay, still works. Yep. Oh, we're putting it on the model. Yay! Okay. And it's going to go on here. Okay, just slots in like so. Into 1, 2, 3, 4, and then push forward. Make sure I have the right side facing. Yep. Okay, and then push. Okay. Right. Sweet. Next. Then we take this big piece, and this goes on here. No wax. With it facing trying to see where everything goes. Like this smaller end towards this smaller end towards the back of the model. Opposite way. It's the more blocky side towards the back. Okay. And then you have tabs 1 here, 2, 3 and 4. Hopefully. That worked. Make sure it's all the way out. Okay. Perfect. Next is A21. Very strange looking beast. add a hook on. Where art thou going? And it goes through this hole here. What the heck's it hooking up to? No, surely not. Okay, first of all we need to get these to go home. So let's do that. A44. So we need them going in, one on here. And oh, different ones for different places. Wrong one then. Can I get out? Ooh. I'll push this out from here. So this one, the bigger one, A44, goes in this one up here. So towards the front of the model. Like so. It probably doesn't go from that direction. Yes it does. That's right then. And then 40... oh, they're both the same. After me taking it out didn't make any difference. And this one the same on this side. Okay. Right. Then this piece, which I have no idea what it's talking about. Hooking onto here. Oh, I think it's to do with this and here. Okay, alright. So it goes through this hole and hooks down. So it goes through this hole here and hooks down, and then the other one goes through this one over here. So let's see. Can't see it being overly not terrible. And push that in. Okay, alright. So it's a little bar. Okay, let's go inside. It is quite a big step, isn't it? And then this just fits on. So you've got decorative side, you want to point it outwards. And you want one on each. And then this on top, making sure you've got the right side going. Like so. It's all in the detail, right? So we have a shape. And turn the page. Great guns. Okay, so keep hold of that piece. We're going to need that next, along with some more. Let's see if I can. Okay, first of all, we need F55, two of that one and this one. With pattern side upwards. I need one going on. It doesn't matter how it really faces. So it's just holding it all together. And same with this. Just make sure you put colours on that outside. And a very nice goldy colour it is. Okay. I actually thought this was going to be a quicker build than it is. Then keep hold of this. We are going to need some waxing. We are going to need H7, just that one. So get your wax block. I brought a few with me. As I say, that's definitely been the downside of the model. They didn't provide enough wax for how much needs waxing. So some models you get two, or my Paris model gave me a great big block and I didn't use hardly any, so I just saved the wax. Then this side goes through here, this hole, and followed by H25. It's this one, and it needs waxing again. It goes through here to hold that on. Then we need H19, which has got decoration on it. Not that I think it matters, but I also have it pointing outwards. And it needs to go all the way in, then put through here. Like so. Another H19. And then 35, which needs waxing all over. This waxes make so much mess. Well, that was a bit bizarre. So somebody called me I didn't hear them. So I called them back and then it says it's an incorrect number. How bizarre. Okay, getting on. So let's put this on both sides and all the edges. That goes on here. So only going to go in that far. It's kind of a bit loose, isn't it? Makes me think, push this one in more. And then you wax the outside of this one as well. And that goes on the end. What a weird looking piece. That's what I'm going with. Okay. I've got someone call, and then when you call it back, it not be a working number. How totally bizarre. Okay. Then we are putting it in the model. Okay. Let's see where that goes. Okay. So we take this piece, and what you want is it to go through this hole here, but make sure it catches this cog correctly, and then the other end goes through here. So first things first, put it in this one, and then move it into this one. Now it also says, hold on, let me get that lined up because it doesn't really want to come in there very well. There we go. Make sure that these wires are like this. Don't have them underneath or going behind it. It needs to be in front. And then it says test manually. Make sure it's all moving, which it does. It's a bit joltery for my liking. It's getting better. But it does work. Yay! Then, moving right on along, we are taking our band thing, and that goes through here and here. So, thick rubber. Like so. Okay. Make sure that is on. And then we are going to screw this in with just one screw right in the middle. So this goes over there, with the arrows going like upwards, like so, and then screw it in the middle. So that towards me a second. Get that done. It's a big screw to hold it on, isn't it? So no longer can you manually rotate it anymore. Keep going. Almost there. So I reckon we'd get step 13 done, by the way. Step 13 looks to be quite short. Okay. I can move my duck. There we go. It's not that flat though, it's not flush. One more. Okay, that's that pot. And now we can't test it anymore. That's a bummer. Then we put this one in, which is the last part of 12. And we have, like, what are we doing? So we are taking J6, which is this one, and okay, we need J7, that one, which has B36. I wrote on these, B36, going through this way. Doesn't look right. Oh, through here. Like this, I think. No, not like this, like this. And that goes in here. I think I'm going to do the same with the other one. So you've got your arrow, this time it goes from that way to the blank side. I think like this, maybe, hard to tell. And then this is going to go on the model, and then we get to test it properly by plugging in. So let's see, J6 goes on, which one? This one, on here, so some notches on here and here. Here and here. So the bigger one, this one goes here through these pieces here. One thinks looks right. And this one goes so that the arrows are on the outside. It goes on here. Lining it up's a bit tricky. Okay. I just hope and pray it's right. Okay, and then we test. So let's get them there. No, I haven't moved it from the last time we tested it in the socket thing, so hopefully it's not going to make any difference. Alright, so let's plug it in. Test. Is that nothing? My electrics, I tell you. Ooh, trying it on another socket again. So bizarre. Ah, it moves. Oh, how cool. Huh. Well, that is awesome, isn't it? And all the cogs are working at the back. Fantastic. And the lights are still working. Sweet. Okay, tested. And then it gives you troubleshooting ideas, by the way. How weird about these electrics. I had to just move it to another one. Weirdness. All right, and that is step 12. So let me go grab step 13. We can definitely do that. And you never know. I'll have to look at 14. 13 looks quite short, but 14 not so much. So we'll see. 13 would definitely get done. Let me go grab those pieces. Alright, step 13 is to do with the model, but it's to do with the tree, I think. So, we are starting with these pieces. And we're starting with 53. And we have these two pieces that look the same on either end. So you want the tops pointing upwards. Make sure I got the right one. 53, yeah. And you want the slot pointing towards it. So it's obviously going to clip in something and slide. The dogs are also very confused that they can't all play together. And then this one goes on this end. And again, pointing upwards. The tabs pointing upwards is what I mean. I know that's not what I was saying. And then, okay, you take this part, and you want it to have these clips going to go that way, and it goes over like so. Not complicated. Like so. Okay, and then these two from the outside in, securing it in spot. I'm going to double check myself that I've done it right, because, you know, seems a smart thing to do. And I can get it in, at least. Maybe I should check before I put it in the way it's going. And this is obviously how it's going to go on the model, is it's going to clip in, I guess, in that direction. Okay, that's in. Juliet, leave it. And as much as she has a cord to stop her cleaning herself, of course, she can't help it. Okay, so that looks correct. Triple checked, and it looks right. Okay, and it is with the green side up. Okay, next, another piece. My book keeps moving. It's because I can't fold it over in half because it keeps opening out again on me. I'm going to need a screwdriver on this. And then we will need wax also. And where might my cog be? I do not have a cob in this pile. Huh. I missed a piece. Okay, let me go grab that. H19. How did I ever miss it off the list? Because it's... Well, oh, it is on pick list. It's just after J. Of course it is. I'll be back. And again, lots of wax. I'm not quite sure why they would put H after J. Just need to go around the outside on this one. And we also need to knit to do J51 wax that on the surface. So we'll do surface and edge, I think, both inside and out. And I'll do both surfaces. It doesn't say to do that, but I feel better to do that. Okay, so I'll start with this piece. We need the J16s. One of these I dropped on the floor. So, hoping Madam does not get hold of it. But they had a spare. So, that's my hope, is that we'll be fine. So, I put those 3 in. Like so. Then this goes through on those slots there. This really is quite a small step, so maybe today will be a shorter video. I mean, 14 doesn't look that long, but I think it would take us way over the hour. Okay, and then I've got that the wrong way around. No, and this one on top, which just slots in here. She must think it's really weird. I'm telling her not to clean herself. Get yourself covered. There you go. Okay. Then we have this one. And so that goes to one side. Then we are putting in, there's a tall end and a thicker end. It's the thicker end going to go in here. And this piece needs waxing too. So, glad I didn't tidy it all up. Okay. Just needs it around that outside of the round parts. And then this part goes through this one. Like so, when I can get it in. It's not overly liking this idea. Oh, different sizes. Okay, bear that in mind. So you've got a smaller hole and a bigger hole. Smaller tab, bigger tab. That makes a difference. Okay, push that all the way down. I need this nice big piece which needs waxing all over again. So surface and edge it. Then we have this piece which goes underneath it, so like so, and then this one with the, which side in, this way up. Okay, so these two are going to go through here. And again, different sizes as well. So you've got a smaller hole and a bigger hole. Okay, that's that piece done. Ooh. Then we take our screw and screw it in from the bottom here, from the top rather. Oh, it says make sure it moves freely. Okay, which it is. I've got the screw all the way in. It really has quite magnetised this screwdriver. Works. We go onto here and we put these, we look at those tabs, and we are having it that the flat end matches the flat end of here, like so. Kind of cool. So our tree is going to turn. Right, and last part for 13. Is this, which is a strange looking shape here. It's got the picture side up, all strange looking pieces. So you want an elongated side. I see they're going to go like so. So let's put them in here first. So you've got a bigger end and a small, so I guess we could put this in. It's decorated on one side. So like so. Then these pieces with the long part pointing inwards go into the holes. Easier to do it this way. Come, Jesus. Come to my rescue. Just doesn't feel right. I think it is right, but it just doesn't feel it. Okay, put one in. I was just going to say, oh, that went in easier. No. See the problem. Okay, out it comes again, and it chipped off. It didn't break totally, and we want the whole holes lining up to the tabs, so different sizes again, so, and also a decorative side and a knot. So you want it like so, lined up, and then those little ones to go in. So I think we're going to have to do it on the model. I don't think we're going to have a choice. And then this goes on the top. That's upside down. It's got decorative side and not a decorative side. So you want these notches here lining up with those holes, which is what this is going to go into. So I think it's the long side down anyway to pin it all together, basically. So I would have put it in the wrong way anyway. So handy to know. It's definitely one of those models you don't want to stop. Not every model's like that, but certainly this one. And again, twist, and that's what we've done for step 13. So, and that is that one done. So how awesome is that? So, what do we have coming up? And I know I forgot to do this on day 5. So this is what we've done. We got all this working, so we can light it up again while we talk about what we have coming up and how far we are into this build. Oh, don't get that to the music off. Okay, so we can have the decor without it. So this is going to go in here, I can see, and that will turn this eventually. Let's not get it too close because we don't want to start it. So there's a little cog going around here, and that's going to join up with this one, I reckon. That would be my guess. Okay, so right, so for day 7 we will be making the tree is where we're going to go. So we're going to be putting this part to one side, going to make the tree, then connect it to here, put some plastic around it. It will be very beautiful. Are we dealing with lights? Not really. I don't think so at that stage. I'm sure we will be very soon, but not right now. And then 14, it looks actually to be quite a big step. So we've got that tree to do. Then we put everything together, still the tree, and then we will put the tree on the base, and then we will sort out the wire. So we will be dealing with the wire, and that's all step 14. So it doesn't look too long, but it does look quite detailed. And then on to 15, if we get that far tomorrow, we'll see how big that one will be. That's another big, oh yeah, it's a pretty big step. If we get as far as 15, I don't think we'd do it all in one go, but let's say we did. Then we are doing more to the top of the tree this time, with it in situ on the model. And we will be making the chute for this, for the toys going around, to actually make the chute for it. So that's really cool. And yeah, it's going to be cool, guys. It's going to be cool. And then it's going to be testing it again. We're going to have another test, and then some other bits and pieces on there, and that's it. And I can't remember how many steps are there in total, but we must be getting towards it. How many were there? Let me see. Well, there's 21, so we're getting there. 22. So it's about 22 steps. So we should certainly we'll get 14 done tomorrow. It is quite big. And then maybe start 15. I don't think we'll finish it, but you never know. Alrighty, so any comments are very much appreciated. Do please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments, I would very much appreciate it. And do you know, I'm lost for my wording totally. I'll always get back to you, and I appreciate every single one of you and for all your support. But most important, take care of you guys. I will see you for day 7, and check out the other videos on the channel if you haven't already. I do others other than Rokr. I mean, obviously Rokr I know is kind of like the one which is very much known in this field, but there are some models which are equal, to be honest with you, in my opinion anyway. So just something to bear in mind. Some of them are absolutely diabolical, don't get me wrong. Whew. Had a few, thinking of the Dragon Marble run. That was my nightmare. Take care, guys. Bye bye now.